What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight. I hope this is how it's, I hope it's spelled out by letter here. We have ERRA. Yes, indeed. How about that? ERRA making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Seth Murray, and Seth wanted to see me react to this song by ERRA. They're doing a cover of the Audioslave song, Light My Way. Now, have I heard this song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I've done a reaction to the original song by Audioslave. It's back there somewhere on the channel. You're more than welcome to go back and check that video out and see what I had to say about the song. Now, having said that, this is a cover. This is not Audioslave. This is ERRA doing the Audioslave song. So, full disclosure here, not trying to hide anything from anybody. I will not be reacting to the song itself, the original song itself, in any way, shape, or form. I've already done that. I will be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the cover itself, just the cover. So please keep that in mind, okay? Let's see, this was posted by UNFD, ERRA, posted by UNFD. What is this with all these acronyms? I do not know. And the video has 41,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. ERRA, Light My Way. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
are things I'm liking. That actually, you know what? No, I take that back. There are things I'm really liking about this. And there's some things I'm not the biggest fan of. I feel like this is, how should I put this? Instrumentally, as far as instrumentation goes and what the instrumentation is playing, and more importantly, how they're playing it, I feel like this is what the original song was missing. The thickness, the fullness, compared to what I heard from my first reaction to the original song. I feel like this is the direction the song wanted to go. I felt like the song was being held back. And that it's not their fault. It's not Audioslave's fault at all. There are three, when it comes to the instrumentation, there's one guitar, there's bass, there's drums. And playing in a live situation, there's only so much fullness you can get out of those three. You're not going to get the doubled guitar sound. You're not going to get, you know, the extra reverb on the drumming. You're not going to get that punch and bottom end from the bass in an outdoor scenario. So I feel like this is what the song has wanted to be all along. From an instrumental standpoint, it's full, it's thick, it's crunchy, it's driving. I love the subdivision work. It sounds great across the board instrumentally. Vocally, this is where I'm really kind of torn. On the chorus, I thought the vocals were incredibly strong. I think they sounded fantastic on the chorus. On the first verse, I feel like it was severely lacking. The vocals were pretty much getting buried by the instrumentation. Now, is that an engineering problem or is that a vocal problem? Is it because the vocalist just wasn't putting in the work, wasn't putting in the effort, wasn't supporting, wasn't projecting? Or was that because the engineer working the board just had the vocalist down too low in the mix for the first verse? I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is in the first verse, I had a little bit of a hard time hearing the vocalist. The chorus, I had no problem hearing the vocals. Vocals just blasted out, and I felt that relief, like, oh, there's the vocals. There's that Chris Cornell style of power and projection. There it is. Yes, that's what we needed. And the funny thing is, now we've gone to the second chorus, and it's still there. Not quite as loud as it was in the verses, not quite as projected, not quite as powerful as it was in the chorus, but it's still there. It's louder and more powerful and more projected than it was in the first verse. So it's interesting. There's some definite highs and there's some lows, you know? So, I mean, it's gonna have to balance itself out somehow. I guess we'll find out when we're done, but I mean, so far, I'm liking where this is going. I absolutely am. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. I want to hear that chorus again.
Listen to your answers and I'm not afraid.
Ah, nice. That flat 5 to end with no resolution. Leave the listeners hanging. Okay. I see how it is. That's fine. I definitely enjoyed this, without question. Now, there's no doubt there. I think it was pretty obvious I enjoyed this. How much did I enjoy it? That is the question. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was ERRA with their rendition of the Audioslave song, Light My Way. This was a request from Seth Murray. Okay, I think it was pretty obvious that I enjoyed myself, and I had a good time listening to this, and you're absolutely right, I did. The question is, how much did I enjoy it? How much did I, enjoy this cover comparatively to the original? Because keep in mind, I've done a reaction to the original song before. So, and it's back there on the channel somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it's back there. If you want to know what I thought about the song, the original song, go check that out. What did I think about this cover? Because that's what I'm basing my score and my evaluation on, is their cover, what ERRA did with the song. That's a great question. I have a score for you here, and I think the score will pretty much explain everything. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that cover an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.5. What does that mean? Well, an 8.5 would translate to a great scale rating, so overall, I think this was a great cover. It would get 4 out of 5 stars in an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.5, great scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. I really hope that Audioslave fans, and more importantly, I hope Chris Cornell fans, take everything I'm going to say with a grain of salt. Listen, I know Chris Cornell is legendary. I know he's legendary. Okay, and he has he had an amazing voice, and he is known for being able to belt it out with some incredible range, but more importantly, with some incredible projection and power. Okay, I give Chris Cornell all the credit in the world. All right, I absolutely do. Having said that, comparatively, taking what I heard from that live performance I heard from Audioslave and comparing it with this cover, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I think the vocals on this sounded stronger. I think they were better supported, and I think they were better projected. Now, I understand right now Chris Cornell fans are wringing their hands, pulling out their hair, looking for their pitchforks and torches, and are looking for my home address right now.
A riot is an ugly thing. And I think that it is just about time that we had one!
Listen, folks. There cannot be a cover without an original. Okay, I give Chris Cornell all the credit in the world, and I'm willing to bet the studio recording, the original studio recording, probably sounds better than the live performance that I heard from them. Like, people have told me in the comments, when we got to this live performance, his voice was shredded. Like, his voice, it was nowhere near what it used to be when he was in Soundgarden. He had lost quite a bit. It still sounded great. I had no issue with what he sang, or how he sounded. I mean, it sounded just fine in the context of that live performance. But this cover, man, I said it during the reaction. I feel like this cover was a great depiction of what this song yearned to be. Now, I've never heard the studio recording of this song, the original studio recording. Maybe, possibly, the original studio recording of this song, Light My Way, maybe it was as powerful and full sounding and bombastic as this cover was. It's possible. It's what I saw, what I reacted to was number one, a live performance. Number two, a live performance done outdoors. And if you guys know anything about sound, getting good song quality, getting great sound quality from an outdoor venue is pretty much impossible unless you're getting your sound directly from the board. And even then, there's no guarantee you're going to get a great take. No, this cover covered all the bases. No pun intended. It was full sounding. It was powerful. We had some great subdivision work done in there. Let's see if I remember. It was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That sounded really nice in the pre-chorus leading up to. Right? I don't think it was a pre-chorus. I think it was just the second half of the verse. The second half of the verse leading into the chorus. That was some great subdivision work. The chorus. Oh man. That chorus was outstanding. It was nice, man. It was really nice.
Nice.
Powerful, thick, full, rich sounding. I love that chorus. I could go back and listen to that chorus, on a loop, and I would have no issue with it. The only gripe I have about this cover, now, and again, I don't know how this happened. I don't know if this was the fault of the vocalist just holding back too much. I don't know if this was an engineering issue where the engineer just pulled back a little too much on the slider. I don't know 100% what happened, but in the first verse, I felt like the vocalist was getting slightly buried. Now, I don't know how that happened. It could have been the vocalist himself holding back like he wanted to, I'm sure, but maybe holding back a little too much, or it was the engineer pulling back on the slider a little bit too much. Maybe a combination of both. It's possible. But when they came in for that chorus the first time, it was nice. I was like, okay, where was this? Where was this on the first verse? And then when they went to the second verse, there was a noticeable difference in volume between the first verse and second verse on the vocals. It was like here. And I'm like, why was the first verse here, second verse here? Shouldn't it have been more here? Now, it's possible they were going for that on purpose for the effect of making the first chorus just that much more impactful. If that's what they were doing, intentionally doing that, for the purpose of making the first chorus more impactful, I gotta say that's brilliant. That was fantastic because it worked. Mission accomplished. But something tells me that may not have been the case. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe that is exactly the case, but I get the feeling that wasn't the case. But in anyway, it was a great cover. It was a great cover. I'm curious now how the original studio version sounds. Now, I may have to go check out the studio version and compare it to this and see just how close the cover was to the studio version. I can tell you that the studio version, the live version, there's a significant difference. Significant. I really enjoyed listening to this. So yeah, 8.5, I think it's a great cover. One of those rare instances where, now remember, I'm basing my evaluation of the original based on that that outdoor live performance, not the studio recording, but basing it on that outdoor live performance. I gotta say, this cover blew it out of the water, completely out of the water. But I am curious to hear the Audioslave original studio version now. I'm gonna have to go do that. I'll do that on my own. Don't need to request it. I'll just do that on my own, and I'll come up with my own evaluation for myself. But yeah, 8.5. Yeah, man, great cover. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.5, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.